Sermon 17, Commentary. This sermon is regarded as being universally accepted and generally authentic in the eyes of all major Shia scholars of the Nahj al-Balagha. It is one of the primary texts used to prove the exclusive right of the infallible Imam, and in his absence, the fully qualified faqih who meets the strictest conditions to occupy the seat of judgment and religious authority. Different commentators on this interpretation include Sayyid ibn Maytham al-Bahrani, who states that the two persons are the most hated by Allah because they combine two capital crimes. The first is corrupting of the faith, the deen, by innovation or ignorance, and the second is corrupting of the dunya by issuing unjust verdicts that destroy lives and property. The first type, the evil scholar, who knows the truth but deliberately misguides for worldly gain, and the second type, the jahil, ignorant pseudo-scholar, who is even more dangerous because he believes he is right. Allama Majlisi, in his Bihar al-Anwar, quotes more than 20 narrations from the Imams confirming that this sermon refers to the judges of the Umayyads and Abbasids, and to every era in which unqualified people occupy the seat of the scholar. He explicitly states, the only legitimate judge after the Prophet is the Imam Masum, or the one he appoints. Every other judge is from one of these two categories, unless proven otherwise by the most rigorous standards. Allama Muhammad Hussain Tabatabai in Al-Mizan and his private lessons states that the phrase, he did not try to find the reality of knowledge, is the key criterion. True knowledge is only that which is taken from the Masum or through the chain that reaches him. Anything else is simply muddy water. Ayatollah Maqam Shirazi and Ayatollah Jawadi Amali states that this sermon is the primary textual evidence for the three indispensable conditions of a legitimate judge in the period of occultation. The three conditions are ilm, comprehensive knowledge of the Quran, Sunnah, and jurisprudence. The second condition is taqwa, God consciousness that prevents worldly compromise. And the third is adala, outward and inward justice. If even one is missing, the person falls into one of the two condemned categories. Almost every major marja since the Safavid period have quoted this sermon when discussing concepts such as the walayat al-faqih and the qualification of judges. Ayatollah Khomeini states that if a faqih falls into either of these two categories, his walaya is null and void. Ayatollah Sistani repeatedly warns students that fear of falling under this sermon is greater than fear of any other sin. In summary, this sermon is regarded as the most comprehensive and devastating condemnation in the entire Islamic tradition of corrupt religious authority, the occupation of judicial or scholarly positions by the unqualified, the reversal of values, vice becoming virtue, virtue becoming vice, that occurs when such people dominate. For the Shia, it is the ultimate proof text that true judicial and religious authority belongs exclusively to the Masum or his fully qualified deputy, and that anyone else who sits in that seat without meeting the Imam's standards is among the two most detested persons before Allah.